The goal of the Sole Survivor's military service record is to provide players with the ability to create whatever military backstory you want your Sole Survivor to possess. When people use this mod, I want their Sole Survivor to feel like an actual veteran of the Sino-American War. This mod makes no distinctions between Nate and Nora when it comes to the available options for the Sole Survivor. I do recommend using War Veteran Female Sole Survivor by Holy Chalk Milk in conjunction with this mod, but that's my personal preference. At character creation, the Sole Survivor will have 7 additional special points to distribute. This will be the same across all variants, barring reasonable requests. At Stage 1, the player gets to choose what service branch their Sole Survivor served in. Once selected, the player will receive a custom perk that has its own bonuses, and 2 additional perks that best represent that branch's basic training. At Stage 2, the player gets to choose whether their Sole Survivor was enlisted or they were a commissioned officer. This will award the player a custom perk that has its own bonuses, and 2 additional perks that best represent that kind of training. Stage 3, the player will get to choose what rank their Sole Survivor was. This will award a custom perk to the player that has no bonuses. In addition, the player will receive a number of bonus perk points equal to the rank they selected, so rank has its perks. At Stage 4, the player gets to choose the military occupation their Sole Survivor was trained in. There's a selection of options from ones that I felt were distinct and or usable, or that I added in by request. This will award players a custom perk with no bonuses and 3 perks that best represent that kind of training that goes with that career. At Stage 5, the players get to choose the advanced training options that their Sole Survivor underwent. Some of the options are available across all branches of service, and others are unique to specific branches. There are 3 rounds of the advanced training selections, so your selections will award you 1 custom perk without bonuses and 3 perks that best represent that specific training. If you select the same one multiple times, you gain no additional benefits, so I recommend picking different ones. In each round, you will also have the option of selecting none and going straight to deployments. At Stage 6, the player gets to choose what kind of combat deployments your Sole Survivor endured. Each selection will give the Sole Survivor a different starting level and a different number of custom perks with bonuses. After you've finished with all of your selections, you have that playthrough's unique backstory for your Sole Survivor. If you don't like the selections that you made, the mod makes a full save right before the menu comes up, so feel free to reload and go again. And I have placed a military trunk in the Sole Survivor's home that contains some gear, some weapons, and some clothing from Nate and/or Nora's time in the military. It will appear after the bombs have dropped. Good luck and have fun.